Hello, and thank you for exploring Lakehead International's videos. My name is Jordan, and I am the International New and Social Media Officer. I'm also the host of the Lakehead International Live series, a fun and informative way for you to connect with current international students, professors, and ask questions about admissions and everything Lakehead. You are about to watch a recording from one of our previous live sessions. If any questions arise throughout the video, please do not hesitate to comment below. If you would like to check out some of our upcoming live sessions, please head over to our website at lakeheadu.ca/international-live. Let's begin. I officially want to welcome you to Lakehead and do my introduction and talk about a bit about the university. Lakehead University is a public institution within Canada and more specifically within Ontario, Canada. We have two campuses, one in Orillia, Ontario, and the second in Thunder Bay, Ontario. Orillia, Ontario is located in central Ontario, and Thunder Bay is located in northwestern Ontario. Between both campuses, we have just over 8,000 students, and we're proud to call all of those students part of our little family. We are considered a smaller university with regards to the broader stretch of public institutions in Canada, but we're also very proud that as a smaller institution, we are still able to provide full supports and be a fully comprehensive university at that. At the bottom of your screen, you'll see some of our most proud recognitions as an institution. So you'll see at the bottom left here, we are recognized as the #1 undergraduate research university in Canada. It's something that we've received for 5 years in a row, so we're very proud to talk about that. And it really speaks to the opportunities that our students can get involved in within the research field. We're also recognized as the top Canadian university under 10,000 students in the entire world. That's a recognition by Times Higher Education, something that we're also very proud, of course, to hold. And it speaks to the standard of education as well as the experiences our students have here. The third point here, that 96.7% of our graduates are employed within 2 years, speaks to the degree that you hold once you complete your educational journey here with us at Lakehead. And once you complete that journey, and you go into that job market, your degree definitely does a lot of the talking essentially, and it clearly reigns true that our graduates are hired after graduation. The next point here is that we are recognized as Canada's top 10 universities in the primarily undergraduate field. There are many public institutions across Canada, and to be recognized in the top 10 for primarily undergraduate is something that we're of course very proud of. One of the last points here is that we're very proud to offer small class sizes. As a smaller institution and with the ideal that we want to provide the best experience and have that tight-knit family essentially, we've really focused in on having small class size opportunities for our students. On our Thunder Bay campus, the student-to-professor ratio is 15 students to 1 professor. On our Orillia campus, it's 13 students to 1 professor. And last but not least, I mentioned at the beginning of our webinar that we were joined by many students across the world, stretching the world. So we're very excited to welcome you here today. But we're also very proud to recognize that currently within our student body, we have 70 nations, over 70 nations represented in our student body itself. So of course, we're always looking to grow that and expand that and diversify. But I'm sure once you join us here at Lakehead, you'll find your own tight-knit community and you'll even recognize some people from back home. Maybe you won't know them beforehand, but I'm sure you will build friendships and they will become close friends of yours. Without further ado, we'll jump into the academics at Lakehead. So academics at Lakehead, firstly, I'll chat a bit about sort of all of our faculties. We do have 10 academic faculties here at Lakehead, and then we'll dive into engineering. So we do have the Faculty of Business Administration, Engineering, Science and Environmental Studies, Natural Resources Management, Education, Social Sciences and Humanities, Health and Behavioral Sciences, Law, Medicine, and Graduate Studies. So on your screen here are the 10 academic faculties. Of course, like I mentioned, and with our special guest today, we want to dive into the Faculty of Engineering and really understand the program offerings, the unique learning opportunities, success stories, all of that sort of stuff. And so we'll dive into that now, and I'll pass it over to my special guests here in the Faculty of Engineering to chat a bit about the faculty itself, and also at the top left of your screen, our accreditation.
Sure. Thank you very much. The Faculty of Engineering offers Bachelor of Engineering as well as Engineering Technology Diploma degree in 5 disciplines: in chemical engineering, civil engineering, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, and software engineering in Thunder Bay campus. All these programs are accredited by Canadian Engineering Accreditation Board. We also offer a Bachelor of Engineering in Electrical Engineering in partnership with Georgian College, at Georgian College in Barrie. And this program is eligible for the first accreditation application in 2020-21. In fact, the accreditation site visit of this program will take place in soon. We offer optional co-op internship programs for engineering students who wish to have practical hands-on training. You can apply for co-op internship at the time of your application, or you can apply for co-op once you are in. So the co-op internship part is optional. It's a paid co-op, and you have an opportunity to have hands-on and practical training before you complete your Bachelor of Engineering degree. So Lakehead University is the only university that you receive 2 degrees in engineering programming in 5 years. At the end of the 2nd year of your program, you receive an Engineering Technology Diploma, and then by receiving your Engineering Technology Diploma, you can take that diploma and then practice and then work outside as a technologist. But for those of you who wish to continue to receive a Bachelor of Engineering degree, you can take subjects and then courses offered in the 3rd year and then 4th year in order to receive your Bachelor of Engineering. So in 4 years, you receive 2 degrees. At the end of the 2nd year, you receive a technology diploma. With a technology diploma, you can practice as a technologist, work, and you are always welcome to come back. You know, after several years of working as a technologist, you may wish to come back and continue and receive your Bachelor of Engineering degree as well.
Awesome. Thank you for the introduction. And of course, there are certainly points there that we'll dive into further on in today's webinar. And with that, your mention of the degree plus diploma in 4 years is our next slide of discussion. And so something I wanted to preface is your mention after 2 years of completing an engineering degree at Lakehead University, students also receive a diploma. So I'll pass it back to our special guest to maybe chat about where we've seen students use that diploma and the advantages to receiving that diploma after 2nd year, and then and using it to secure a really gainful employment and good experience that then, of course, will assist them upon graduation of the 4-year degree.
Sure. One of the reasons that many engineering graduates from Lakehead University have been able to find jobs, as you mentioned, more than 95% of graduates found job within 2 years, is exactly because of the structure of our engineering program. The focus of the first 2 years of our engineering program is on hands-on and practical and on the technology side of our engineering. And then when the students move to year 3 and then year 4, the focus is shifted more toward theories and concepts. So the combination of hands-on and practical training and technology in the first 2 years, and then the 2 years of concept and theory, has helped our graduates to be able to find jobs very easily. They are ready for jobs. As for the technologies, now the majority of our students continue, after 2 years of working on their courses and receiving technology degree, they actually continue to year 3 and year 4. So the majority of them complete the 4 years of engineering program. For those who decide to take a technologist degree and then practice, they can practice as a technologist in their respective discipline in many parts of the world.
Awesome. Thank you for introducing that. Next, we're gonna dive into the undergraduate programs. I know that you've prefaced some of them, but I certainly want to expand on them. On your screen, you'll see here that we do offer undergraduate programs both on our Thunder Bay campus as well as our Lakehead Georgian campus, which is our partnership with Georgian College. First, I'll chat briefly about the Thunder Bay campus programming, and then I'll have my panelists here add on to it in chat about some of the opportunities within it. So you do receive a Bachelor of Engineering with an Engineering Technology Diploma on our Thunder Bay campus. There are co-op internships opportunities as well as MBA options within the 5 programs listed there. So we will chat briefly about chemical engineering, civil engineering, electrical engineering, mechanical, as well as software. Further on in the slides and upcoming in today's session, we're going to dive into some of the unique learning opportunities within these disciplines. So we're really excited to do that. And then with our Lakehead Georgian programming, we also have students, we give students opportunity to gain a Bachelor of Engineering with an Engineering Technology Diploma, specifically within electrical engineering. And that's completed both in Central Ontario. So it's all 4 years are currently completed on the Georgian College campus, Barrie campus. But it is in collaboration with both Lakehead University as well as the college. So I'll pass it over. Maybe Heather, I know that maybe you could speak to possibly the MBA option, or if anyone else wants to join in and chat about the MBA option that ties in with our undergraduate degrees on the Thunder Bay campus.
Thank you. I'll certainly defer to Dr. Naser, who was instrumental in setting up this MBA option. But at the Thunder Bay campus and in our program at Georgian College, the strength of our degrees is the technology diploma and the Bachelor of Engineering degree in 4 years. So like Dr. Naser mentioned, the Thunder Bay campus programs, students will earn an engineering technology diploma at the end of 2nd year and the Bachelor of Engineering degree in obviously the same discipline at the end of year 4. There are both the co-op internship and MBA options. So, you can apply directly to university and include your application to the co-op internship and MBA, or you can apply later in the fall term of year 3 typically. So for Thunder Bay campus programs, we start engineering studies directly in year 1. So directly in year 1, you'll start doing courses in civil engineering or chemical engineering or electrical or software in your discipline, which makes year 1 very interesting. And then of course you get the extra with the credential at the end of year 2 and you continue on to earn your degree. If you choose to take the co-op internship option, then the duration is extended by a year because you'll spend 16 months between years 3 and 4 at gaining relevant work experience. And those placements are not just in Thunder Bay, they can be spread over Canada. And I would assume that we could have international placements as well. I'm less familiar with the actual placements than some of the other panelists for sure. And then we have a new MBA option. So you can integrate the last year of your BEng program, year 4, with the MBA. So that'll spread the degree over the 4th year, basically over 2 years. And then by the time you graduate, you'd also have an MBA, which is a graduate program and would lead you to careers in engineering that would involve management. There's many opportunities in engineering. But the Thunder Bay campus, both credentials come, both the technology diploma and the degree, as well as the MBA, all come from Lakehead University. So that makes Lakehead's programs unique in the country. And I should let Dr. Christoffersen talk about the partnership program at Georgian College. He's the chair of that program.
Awesome.
Okay, thank you, Heather. Yes, the electrical engineering department has 2 undergraduate programs. One is in Thunder Bay and with all the details that have been already described. The other one is at Barrie, Barrie is a city that is close to Toronto. It's about 2 hours from Toronto. And that program is relatively new. It's the fourth year that since the program has been created. And the program, the students are in the Georgian College campus, but the program is set up and the professors are from Lakehead University. And that program also offers a technology diploma and a Bachelor of Engineering, but the diploma and the degree are given after the end of the fourth year. So the technology part and the engineering part are mixed together along the 4 years of the duration of the program. And the options for that program are co-op, and those are the same as the co-op options that we have in the university in general, in Thunder Bay or Barrie.
Awesome, and we're certainly going to dive into the Cooperative Education Advantage. Hector's going to cover that in just a couple slides here. So thank you for chatting about our undergraduate programs. We'll dive into our graduate programs as well. We have programs both at master's level as well as doctoral level. So I'll pass it back to my panelists from the Faculty of Engineering to chat briefly about the programs listed on the screen here.
Sure, thank you. So the Faculty of Engineering at Lakehead University offers 5 graduate master's programs in chemical engineering, civil engineering, electrical and computer engineering, environmental engineering, and mechanical engineering. We also offer a PhD, a doctoral program in electrical and computer engineering. The work is currently underway to design and then offer PhD programs in civil engineering, mechanical engineering, and chemical engineering as well. And we expect to launch the PhD in civil engineering sometime soon. These are great programs, and we have many international students from across the world join this program. The masters, we offer 2 options in the master's programs. We have thesis-based option as well as course-based option. In course-based option, the students can take a number of courses in order to be able to receive their master's degree. In thesis-based option, there is a thesis part that the students should work. We offer optional co-op for those master's students that would like to have work experience as well. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, no, I think you covered it quite nicely, and thank you for mentioning the options there within master's programs, whether they want to do thesis-based or course-based programming. If you'd like to learn more about that, you can certainly head over to our website, lakeheadu.ca/international. Once you're there, you can head over to the Future Students section and you can explore our programs. Once you navigate to the program of interest of yours, of course, you can learn more about those programming options and to confirm if your program specifically offers thesis, course, or both.
Jordan,
Yes.
May I jump in with an observation? Yes, for the thesis-based master's program, we require a supervisor for new students, right? So the students have to secure a supervisor. For the course-based master's program, no supervisor is required in advance. The students may apply directly.
Awesome. And then for students joining us, If thesis-based is the route that you're interested in learning about or pursuing, we have dedicated recruitment advisors based strategically around the entire world to assist you in that application and the process to join us here at Lakehead University. Of course, our Faculty of Engineering is also excited to welcome new students and always willing to take on new students, whether they are a direct supervisor or they're more of a support staff member to welcome you and transition you to the university experience, pardon me. Next, I'll pass it over to Hector, and he's going to chat about the Cooperative Advantage. I'll toss up some of the facts that we chat about within the Cooperative Advantage, and then we'll look at some of the employers as well.
Excellent. Thank you, Jordan. So yes, we've been talking about co-op opportunities, but for those of you who might not know what cooperative education is, it is an official part of a program of study that combines classroom study with work experience. This usually gives students a competitive advantage as they gain work experience before they graduate, and this often helps them find better jobs more easily and higher salaries upon graduation. All of our engineering programs offer co-op education opportunities at the undergraduate and graduate levels, except for the Master of Science in Chemical Engineering. And there are full-time work terms, as it was mentioned, that can vary between 4 and 16 months. During the time, students can expect to only pay a co-op participation fee, so the students won't be paying tuition fees during the time that they're participating in the co-op program. They will be only paying a co-op participation fee that might be around $700 and $800. And they can expect to gain a salary of between $20 to $25 per hour. We have over 140 national and international partners that are hiring their students or students participating in our co-op program. I think some of the companies are in the next slide, but we have companies such as IBM, BlackBerry, financial institutions, engineering companies. And our university will assist our students in the job search, providing resume and cover letter critiques, interview preparation workshops, and giving access to a job bank that we have created for students participating in the co-op education program, and that it's only available for them through my success portal here at Lakehead University. Students are also encouraged to be active job seekers and conduct their own job search. So they have different avenues to find their co-op jobs or placements, okay? International students will also need a co-op work permit, and we do have an immigration advisor on campus that can help students go through the application process once they're here. And the eligibility to participate in the cooperative education program varies depending on the program, but it's generally based on the students' academic performance and their grades and the work-study terms of their program.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Hector. So to pull out some of the key details here and sort of an overarching theme within Lakehead University, but of course the Cooperative Advantage is the fact that every step of your journey to expand your horizons and join the co-op program, gain employment, gain that study permit, and then succeed within the program itself, there are support services within Lakehead that are built already and already established there to be there for your assistance. So as Hector mentioned, you won't be paying direct tuition fees during your co-op work term. You will be paying a participation fee, which essentially covers the administrative costs that we have for our supports that are available within the Student Success Center, but also the coordination between your co-op employer as well as your supervisor at Lakehead within the Faculty of Engineering in this case. Also, I wanted to note from the previous screen our range of salaries between $20 to $25 per hour on average. Is a range for the entire cooperative education program at Lakehead University. Certainly in more advanced degrees such as engineering, students might be able to secure significantly higher employment terms, so that the hourly wages could be more than listed on there. And also the employers listed on your screen is by no means an exhaustive list. Hector mentioned that we had over 140 national and international employers that we've already connected with. But if students do have a co-op opportunity from an employer that we've technically never worked with in the past, we're always happy to coordinate and help you reach those goals of gaining that employment. And it of course adds to our portfolio too when our students are going to some of these amazing companies as well. So next I want to introduce the unique learning opportunities. This is the opportunity where we are going to dive into some various aspects within different programs and different disciplines that are really adding to the overall academic experience. We understand as students, you're joining us here at Lakehead University to gain that degree and hopefully move on to the next stage of your educational journey or potentially career field and job market. While you're doing that though, and you're pursuing those academics, there's lots of hands-on and experiential learning opportunities that really add to that. And so that's what we're going to chat about today. On your screen, you see here the Formula SAE race car. I will pass it over to our special guest to chat about this experience and sort of what we've done with it here at Lakehead University.
This Formula SAE race car slide is an example of an engineering degree project in mechanical engineering. The project's been very successful. The teams each year enter an international competition and perform very, very well. In our engineering programs, in the final year of all of the programs, students work in teams under supervisor and do just remarkable engineering degree projects. So it's like a capstone project, a very big project. And I think the chairs who are here can probably give us some pretty interesting examples of the work that our students have done. Each year, it's just incredible to hear about the student degree projects. They're just amazing.
Awesome, and thank you for mentioning the fact that worked into that final year of undergraduate programs is that degree project. And I've also been able to, although I didn't graduate within the Faculty of Engineering, I am a graduate of Lakehead University. I have my honors Bachelor of Commerce from the Business Administration faculty. But being on campus, I've been able to walk around during Research and Innovation Week, for example, and see some of these amazing projects from your engineering students to see sort of what they've been doing. And now as an employee of the university, every year I look forward to going to Research and Innovation Week and learning about sort of the advances that the institution as a whole are making within the research realm, but also to see that a significant number of our students at the undergraduate and graduate level are doing some really key research opportunities and making some key advancements too in many cases.
In this panel, you have 3 of our 5 engineering chairs who can probably give our audience an idea of recent degree projects in their areas.
Yeah, so maybe we'll pass it over to Carlos to start off, if you have any examples, or if not, I know that the robotics lab does fall within electrical engineering. If you want to chat about that as well, that would be awesome.
Okay, thank you, Jordan. Yes, the robotics lab is mainly a research lab in the electrical engineering department. But just to mention some topics of degree projects that have been done in the past in electrical engineering, we have a wireless pulse oximetry system, a system to measure the level of oxygen and the pulse on a person and relay the data wirelessly to a computer. Then we had solar power low voltage microgrid that was a system to produce AC power to using solar powers, solar panels, wind energy conversion systems, a pendulum reaction wheel. This is a wheel that is using satellites to keep the attitude of satellites when you don't have anything to, like any support, right? To keep to move the satellite in one position or another. reaction wheels are used. So these are wheels that you control the speed and the angles, and you can, the reaction of that movement is used to change the attitude of the satellite. We have several projects with scooters, like controlled scooters to move around. With the project involves like all the power part to control the motors, and also to keep the stability of the person that is standing on top of them. Let's one more example. Modular focus ultrasound transducer array driver. This was a project for a medical application using ultrasound, and it involved the creation of all the circuits to drive the ultrasound, an ultrasound transducer array. I pass to other chairs.
Awesome. Yeah, no, we have a few other slides to chat about unique learning opportunities that I believe cover each of the disciplines. And in this photo, you'll see the fire testing and research laboratory. If I'm not mistaken, I believe we may have a chair that covers the overarching department that this falls in. So I'll pass it to them to chat about.
Yes, so hi, it's Dr. Mohamedelhassan here. I am the chair of the Civil Engineering Department. So as the previous speaker mentioned, in fourth year, the student will complete a final year degree project. And the idea of the final year degree project is that everything you have learned up to that point come together in one big course. We offer a degree project in different areas of civil engineering. It could be, for example, in each year, the student, a group of 4 students, will involve in a final year degree project. Areas covered in the final year degree project will be, for example, structural engineering, where the student might oversee the design of an innovative structure, and then go through all the phases of the planning, design, operation, and so on. If you are interested, for example, in geotechnical engineering, you can involve in the design of a foundation system for like a big building or for a bridge. You can involve in the design of, for example, an environmental or geo-environmental project, like a waste, like a solid waste management facility, a mine tailing project. If you are interested in water resources, you can also get involved in design of a water management system, and so on. Now, in the last few years, we've been very successful, or we have a very popular final year degree project in the design of a steel bridge. And we've been competing nationally in Canada and internationally in the US. And our student has been like successful every year to come on the top of the competition. We won the prize in the US many times. Right now, we are also competing in Canada. So that's one of the projects where the student involved in a complete design and fabrication of a bridge. They test it, they go into a competition, and then they show how their bridge is going to perform. This particular picture here is for the LU Fire Testing Lab. This is only one of 2 fire labs in Canada, and where if you work on this area, you can look at how different structures behave under the unfortunate event of fire, and how long they will stand, and what you need to modify to satisfy the new fire code requirement that is come to effect in the last few years.
Awesome, thank you. And I was actually very pleased to get a tour of this facility and this laboratory. And they put it into simple terms for me because I didn't necessarily know some of the engineering terms that they were using to explain it. So how I understood is with using this fire lab, they were able to test the strength and structure of different material and building materials. So whether or not you're researching a structure and how it will withstand a fire, and then whether or not it's going to be a safe structure for them to be able to build for commercial and residential buildings. It was very interesting to learn that we're one lab of two within Canada, and this research is of course significantly important to construction of new buildings, but also the realm of engineering in general, and testing out the different materials essentially. And I know you mentioned the steel bridge team. We do have a slide in just a few moments here where we're going to chat about the success of our steel bridge engineering team. Next, we're going to chat about the Green Processes Research Center. This is a new research center within the CASES building, and it is falls technically within the Chemical Engineering Department. I will pass it over to our panelists to chat about that one.
Heather, would you like to?
Say Dr. Naser is probably most familiar with this. In our chemical engineering department, we have actually 2 Canada research chairs, which are very prestigious positions. And I'll defer to Dr. Naser.
Sure. So the CASES building has the state-of-the-art equipment in the area of chemistry and chemical engineering. As Heather mentioned, there are 2 Canada research chairs that are very active in research, and they have a large research program. So what I would like to ask, if you would like to get more information about the Green Process Research Center in the CASES building, please visit the Lakehead University website. If you would like to contact or reach any of those Canada research chairs, I am very happy to put you in touch with them to get more information.
Awesome. Thank you for that introduction to the Green Processes Research Center. And of course, the mention that we do have, we are very proud to have 2 Canada research chairs that are housed within this center, but also it's some of many that we have on campus. And it's just a small portion of the vast research that as an institution we're completing also. The next thing I wanted to mention is the engineering makerspace. So this is a common space within the Faculty of Engineering that students can access and essentially work on projects that may not necessarily be related to a course or academics, but simply as a hobby. And it is funded by the Engineering Student Society. I'll refer to my panelists though to maybe dive into it a bit more and just chat about sort of maybe the equipment, maybe the machinery that's used. As mentioned, I'm not a graduate of engineering, so I'm not too familiar with every single equipment name, and they do typically have quite fancy names, but you can certainly speak to sort of the benefits to why students are using this makerspace and sort of how they're expanding their knowledge using this space as well.
Sure, I can jump in, and then if anyone else would like to jump in and provide comments, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's a great space. The engineering makerspace is a place for engineering students to get together, to socialize, but also more importantly to come up with idea, design, build, invent, and build what they are interested or thinking to do. The makerspace houses many pieces of equipment that the students can use to bring that idea to reality and then to build prototypes of their inventions. The space houses a number of 3D printers, 3D scanners, and many tools and testing instruments and parts and equipment, computers, PCs that the students can use in order to design, build, and invent, and then come up with new ideas. It's a great place. It's an exciting place. It's a place that is well used by engineering students throughout the year.
Awesome. Well, thank you for chatting about that. And of course, for any of our students that are interested in learning more about the makerspace, you can certainly head over to our website, lakeheadu.ca. And you can explore more about the Faculty of Engineering, of course, but also some of the unique learning opportunities that we've chatted about today, as well as the research centers and the makerspace as such on your screen now. Information is all on our website to expand your learning. Chatting about our success stories, I prefaced that we were going to dive into the Lakehead University Steel Bridge team and some of the awards that we've won within our competitions, both nationally as well as internationally. On the photo here, or on the screen here, is a photo from our Steel Bridge team when they went to, I believe it was the University of Manitoba for a competition, and they were actually placed first place within the competition for their specific field. I'll pass it over to my panelists if you wanted to add on to that. If not, we have more to chat about, of course, too.
Yes, so if I can just jump in. So we've been competing on the steel bridge competition for probably more than 20 years. And the competition have two phases. So the first phase is the regional, where we used to compete with the neighboring state and provinces, neighboring state in the US and provinces. And then the top two teams from each region, they will go to the national. I believe now, right, we always make it to the national. And in this particular year, we won the prize nationally. So when we won that prize, we were the first Canadian program to win the National Steel Bridge Prize from Canada. And in that year, if I remember correctly, MIT, I believe, was placed number 3 and Berkeley was placed number 5. And that was the year when we got number 1. So we become well recognized about this program, and our students being known to be very good in concepting and designing steel bridges. And many people right now work on the field. So it's one of the jewels of the things that is we do in the degree project. It is very popular with the student, and typically students who want to do the degree project in the bridge design have particular interest in structural engineering and numerical modeling and so on, and they typically approach their professor well into third year to tell them that is next year we are interested to do the degree project in the bridge design.
Awesome. Yeah, and speaking to that, of course, is the fact that with your mention that it's a very popular field, that people are always interested in joining this team and expanding the knowledge. I think the team itself kind of speaks to their placements within competition, speaks to the experience that they've gained over the course of their entire engineering degree at Lakehead University, and the knowledge that they've gained most likely in their academic courses and their program itself, but also the supervisor helps and the supports that are there. We certainly don't send these teams unprepared or without the supports necessary. So when they come to us and they want to be a part of this team and they successfully join the team, they begin prepping for this competition and they begin expanding their knowledge. So on top of their engineering degree, which every student within their program is going to receive, I'm sure they're also gaining extra knowledge or at least extra expertise that then they take into the career field or the job market, or potentially if they're applying for the next stage in their educational journey and they might have to provide a CV. This is exactly what institutions are looking for, that extracurricular experience on top of what's a requirement of the program. Another success story I want to talk about was the Canadian Engineering Competition winners. So this is a more a recent photo also. I'll pass it over to our panelists to chat about this, if that's okay.
Sure. I would like to talk about this photo. This is what you see, a team of 4 students, 2 students from software engineering and 2 students from mechanical engineering, who worked on an interdisciplinary project. And this is what I like the most, the fact that the project was interdisciplinary, and we always promote projects and ideas and work that go across the disciplines. So these 4 students worked together to design and build an engineering product. I call it wireless it was a wireless vehicle or a wireless robot. I think they call it a remotely operated fire truck. So they designed and built this project and participated at the Canadian engineering competition at the senior design level. And they won this competition in 2018. So it was a great project, and they received national recognition in that. I am also chair of software engineering, and I would like to talk about a little bit about the nature of the projects and the success that software engineering students has had. As you all know, software has found its way into every practical life. Healthcare is one important application of software, but there are many other applications of software: finance, process control, telecommunication, game, social networking. These are all applications of software and software engineering. And in the past number of years, the senior software engineering students who work on capstone projects develop amazing number of projects that are not only good projects, but many of these projects and products are developed and then used by communities and small businesses here and there. So those products were used to support those communities, and then they are actually used by them. So this is obviously what you see is one example of such a product developed, in this case, by a team of 2 students from mechanical engineering students and 2 students from software engineering.
Awesome, and I think I'd be remiss not to mention the fact that even though, of course, we did cover a few success stories and a few unique learning opportunities, it's just that only a few of the opportunities we were able to discuss today. There are certainly more opportunities and more unique areas that you can learn within the Faculty of Engineering, and I certainly encourage anyone who is interested to explore more on our website, lakeheadu.ca. Also, we will have hopefully in-depth webinars with each of the disciplines within engineering, and we'll dive into this further. But if not, at least exploring our website, exploring our recruitment materials, so our view books, our brochures, all that sort of stuff. You can learn so much more about the opportunities and supports that we have here at Lakehead for you as a student. As a natural segue, as we covered sort of the range of what you might expect within your degree, what you can anticipate to be involved in, where you might learn, some of the unique opportunities there are, all that sort of stuff, comes sort of the end phase. So either you move on into the next step of your education journey, whether it be a master's or a PhD or doing a second degree even. There's also the other realm of moving into the job market. So once you've graduated from Lakehead, whether it be at the undergraduate or graduate level, students move into a wide range of fields. The careers that are listed on the screen is by no means an exhaustive list. If I had to do an exhaustive list, it would probably take up about 30 slides, and that's just not going to happen today. But maybe I'll pass it over. Heather, I know that we talked about this slide last time we hosted an engineering webinar, and you sort of dove into where we typically see our students going and what fields are pretty popular right now in today's age.
The university holds career fairs every year, and there's been such demand for Lakehead engineering graduates in more past years that we've established an engineering only career fair. So companies come from all over Canada every year. They come to Lakehead quite early in the fall, and they hire students for full-time jobs. Many of our students have jobs before they graduate. Companies will interview on campus for those positions, for co-op positions, for summer positions. So engineering companies are attracted to the diploma and degree combination that our Lakehead grads have. So what we're told by companies is that Lakehead engineering grads can start work the first day. They have a depth of background in technology and the degree. That leads to very successful employment. I think some of the chairs in attendance today would have an idea of where their graduates are most recently working.
Sure, maybe I'll pass it over to start off. Carlos, if you wanted to chat maybe about where you've seen some of your graduates within your field going most predominantly in today's age, and then we can go down the list here essentially.
Well, I do not know everybody where it goes, but many of the graduates go to work at utility companies, telecommunications companies, the power, Ontario Power. Some go to different industries as say working on control or power systems. That's very popular. A few of them are also in working in electronics. So that's summary.
I think just by that, it shows the diverse areas that students are going into with their knowledge of electrical engineering. They have many different areas that they can go to and further specialize. So you might have a degree that would be considered broad for the field of electrical engineering, but then your passions and your interests should also speak to where you specialize your career path in. And of course, the opportunities that you can get involved in at school will help you understand those passions and better know exactly what you're going to be passionate about and what you're going to be most successful in. Something that we always talk about at Lakehead is the fact that students should pursue a degree that they're truly excited about, they're passionate about, because we as a university just know the fact that students are going to be the most successful in those same degrees that they already have passions for. So it gives you a good idea of where you might want to go, but also allows you to explore the various horizons. Being mindful of the time here, I'll chat briefly about another thing that through our research and further introductions, we know that our graduates have a typical average annual salary, of over $65,000 2 years after graduation. So that's a very impressive salary within Canada. Those are in Canadian dollars. That's typically at the higher end. You're above the median for sure within Canada itself. So it speaks to your investment within your degree, but also the return on that investment once you're actually in the job market. I'll pass it over to Hector to chat about our outstanding alumni here, Mohammed, who is from Bangladesh.
Thank you, Jordan. Yes, so one of our outstanding alumni from our engineering program is Mohamedelhassan. And like Jordan mentioned, he's one of our international students from Bangladesh who graduated from the Bachelor of Electrical Engineering and moved on to working as a product engineer for a multi-billion multinational energy management company called Eaton after his graduation. In a recent testimonial, Mohammed mentioned that he's a proud Lakehead graduate, especially because of the size of the institution and the fact that professors pay attention to their students and everybody knows each other by the first name. So that helps students achieve their learning goals with that more personalized or almost personalized attention to their learning needs. He also highlighted that a lot of the projects he worked on during his studies were all group projects and team projects. So when it came to real life, it played an important role in how he succeeded in a team environment and working with colleagues and customers, speaking to the quality of the education he got here at Lakehead University. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Hector, for chatting about just one of our outstanding alumni. Of course, we don't have time to talk to every single person. There are more profiles on our website. If you visit us at lakeheadu.ca/international, you can hear from other student voices, both the undergraduate, graduate, ESL programs, as well as our study abroad student voices, and you can hear directly about their Lakehead experience.
Thank you for checking out today's video. If you have any questions, you can always comment below. Stay connected and follow us on our social media channels to stay informed about upcoming webinars and get an insider sneak peek of Lakehead University. See you next time.